Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Renee. I'm the VDSS advisor for GOTAFE. Welcome, everyone, to today's VDSS information session for hair and beauty. Thank you for coming along. While we're recording this session, so it can be viewed for those who missed the session, and you can view it later if you wish. There's a Q&A button that is there if you would like to ask any questions throughout the session. We'll be answering them as they're asked, or leave some of the answers till the end of the session. I'd like to introduce you to the two leads presenting today. So we have Tegan, who is the lead educator for beauty, and we have Danielle, who is the lead educator for hair. She'll be starting our session today talking about salon. So Danielle.
Thanks, Renee. Good afternoon, everyone. As Renee just said, my name's Danielle Pigato. I'm lead educator for hairdressing. So just here to go over and discuss what our Certificate 2 in Salon Assistant is about, what's involved and some of the requirements and things with that. So I believe there's a Q&A as well if you have any questions to go through. So as I said, it's Certificate 2 in Salon Assistant. So we do have availability at our Shepparton campus, also at Wangaratta. We are a face-to-face course. We do have, so the delivery of our course is the full qualification. So over the 2 years, you do get the full Certificate 2 in Salon Assistant. And there is some personal requirements, as you can see listed on our slide there. So being that we are in the personal services industry, we do need to have a friendly and approachable manner. We do have an expectation that you are well presented, well groomed, you behave in a professional manner, good communication skills, physically capable. Obviously, we are a job that's physically demanding on our feet, using our hands, all of that sort of thing. So, physical capabilities are a part of that. And, a little bit of creativity goes a long way in this industry, but obviously we will help you gain those skills along the way, and a lot of teamwork too, as is listed. So over the 2 years, you'll complete actually 13 units. You need the 12 units for the full qualification, but we do one extra in our year 2. So the first year, a lot of our units are OH&S or theory related. So we do have quite a bit of theory work involved, but we also do hands-on. We've got our shampoo basin services, which is exactly as it sounds. You're shampooing clients, rinsing off colours, getting them prepared for services. Provide head, neck and shoulder massage for relaxation, which is, again, exactly as it sounds. We learn to different manipulations and massage techniques for head, neck and shoulder massage. Dry to hair to shape is our blow waving. Braid hair is our braiding, and it's not just, a French or a Dutch. We do learn our fishtail braids, our 5-strand braids, and we can get a little bit creative and have some fun with that. And we've got our greet and prepare clients for salon services. So another sort of theory-based one. Moving on to year 2 is when I think it gets a little bit more fun. We've got our apply hair color products. So it's, as it says, we're learning to apply color. We don't go too much into the theory of color and the science behind it, but just more about our application methods, the different techniques of applying, and the different products that we do use. We have, again, a couple of OH&S and theory-related units, salon financial transactions, communicate as part of a salon team because we are working in a team environment. That includes our classmates. Recommend products and services and receive and handle stock. So stock take, counting of stock, stock control, all of those sorts of things are included to get you ready for industry. So we've got, moving on, our code of conduct and dress requirements. So obviously we do require you to be respectful, safe, your use of technology. So phones, every classroom is different, but being, again, that we are in a personal services industry, we like to keep things professional. So, we're not going around doing TikToks in the classroom, and we're not videoing other people and, all of that sort of thing. We need consent. So in in the classroom, it is recommended and we prefer that you don't have your phones out with you. If you need to take a personal call or there's an emergency or anything like that, you can obviously speak with your teacher and organise that. But, you know, not just going around taking videos and photos of people. Our dress, so we do have a uniform. It's the same as beauty. We've got our t-shirt that has our GOTAFE hair. So you do need to wear that black t-shirt. Your clothes need to be clean and neat. No trackies, no active wear, no labeled clothing. You know, plain either black slacks, black pants. If you've got a pair of nice, neat black pants, that's fine. Your GOTAFE t-shirt, and you can wear, you know, a black long sleeve underneath in the cooler weather, but no hoodies and things like that, because again, we're in an industry where we're working with people, we are working with chemicals and products and all sorts of things. So you do need to be meeting our OH&S requirements. So, and our closed-in shoes. Sorry, I didn't say that one. Black closed-in shoes. If there's a little bit of white on them or something, that's okay, but they do need to be predominantly black. No plain white shoes, no open toe, nothing like that. So just keeping that in mind. So what to bring to class? Obviously, we are a hands-on class, but a lot of your theory and resources, learning activities are online. So it is required that you need to have a laptop. I know some students don't always have access, but there can be a way to discuss that with your schools and potentially get access through a school laptop. You'll need to bring it. Please ensure it's charged and you bring the charger with you, because there's nothing worse than turning up to class and we're ready to start and someone's laptop dies and we can't get any work done for the day. So please ensure that you have your laptop, your charger, any stationery. I do have students that like to take notes, so you're welcome to bring a pad and pen if you prefer to take notes as we chat through things. I know that can be helpful for some students, so that's fine. You will get a hairdressing kit. So it is a small kit with, combs and clips and brushes and things. So we have class sets of dryers and mannequins that you'll use when you're on campus, but you will get a small kit with a few items in it that will be yours, that you are responsible for, and that will also need to be brought to class with you. I think that's it for hair, as I can see. I don't know if I've missed anything. Do we have any questions or anything? Have we got any questions, Rachel? I'm just checking.
Danielle, there's no questions at the moment, but we'll keep going. We'll move over to Tegan and we'll
someone's got their hand up, I think.
So, Danny, I'll get you to keep presenting for me with the slideshow and I'll continue on. So my name is Tegan. I'm the lead educator for beauty, and I'm just going to talk about our VDSS beauty course that we offer here. So we offer the Cert 3 in beauty services to our VDSS students, and that is offered across 3 campuses. So we have our Shepparton Friar Street campus, Wangaratta at Docker Street, and Seymour. We also offer it over there too. Our delivery mode is on campus face-to-face, but we do, because our Cert 3 in beauty services is quite a large course, we do only offer the partial qualification. So we do a mixture of different units, which I'll talk about a little bit further. But it is a partial qual, which is a great stepping stone into future studies here with us at GOTAFE. Our personal requirements are patience and empathy. We do deal with a lot of clients coming through in our salon, so having that patience and empathy towards others in the class, but also your clients. Great communication skills, a strong hand-eye coordination. Some of our services that we do perform are quite detailed, whether it's like makeup or it could be lash extensions. Professionalism and personal hygiene. This also relates back to your uniform, so making sure that you're wearing your full uniform, but you're also making sure you're presenting clean and professional, because we do deal with the front of house with clients coming through on the salon days. Reliability and responsibility, and that's our main personal requirements that we expect from our students. So in our first year, it doesn't look like a lot when you see the 4 units there, but they're quite big units. So we do 2 infection control units, and they just focus on the main detail of obviously cleaning your tools, maintaining a clean and safe treatment station, and learning how to prevent any kind of bacterial infections when we're using different tools and equipment. So those 2 units coincide with each other quite well. And we always make sure that we deliver the maintain infection first so that you have a good understanding for when you start to open up practical units that we've got listed there. So you can see we've got our practical unit is design and apply makeup. It's one of the first ones delivered, and I feel this is quite a fun interactive unit that a lot of the students will start off with basic skills, and then they progress obviously into more advanced skills as they continue through their course. And the other practical unit that we do is apply cosmetic tanning, which is a spray tanning unit where we teach the students how to apply a spray-based tan to their clients. And these are very fun, I guess, interactive units, but then we go into year 2 and we do have a bigger list. There's a lot more detailed, smaller theory units where we talk about communicating. So it's a little bit of a different focus to our first year where we do apply safe and a couple of practical units. Our second year, we'll go into greeting our client, communicating as a team, and making sure that we know how to advise our client on different products that they could use, all that coincide with their treatments that they offer. We do have the provide lash and brow services listed in there. So that's a unit that we teach the students to provide brow waxing, lash lifting, lash tinting and brow tinting services. And then with a flow on from once you learn those basic skills, we flow on to our lash extensions, which is applying your lash extensions to your clients' natural lashes. The provide lash extensions and lash and brow services are quite intricate, and that's why they are delivered in our year 2, because I feel like once you get those basic foundations of skills, you move into year 2 and you can obviously provide a more precise treatment to your clients. There's research and apply beauty industry information where you just research a bit of all of our code of conduct, how to keep up to date in industry, and obviously the different laws and legislations in the beauty industry. And a sell to the retail customer and advise, which I already talked about, is the units that, when we're providing different products to our clients. There's lots in there. It's a jam-packed year 2, but I feel like once you're in your second year of beauty, you really got that feel for what what our expectations are, and yeah, they work really well in the units sort of clustering with each other quite well. Now we'll move on to our code of conduct and dress requirements for beauty. So ours is very similar to the hairdressing because we do work aside with each other in very similar industries. We've got also there the respect, safety, and use of tech and misconduct. So we do ask that you have that respect towards others in the classroom. We do have a lot of different students coming from different schools, so we're working very much hands-on with each other, doing different treatments. So have that respect for others, and also when we have clients come into the salon, we ask for that respect, and as well to your trainers. The use of tech also is a big thing. I feel like you are in an adult learning environment, but in our adult learning environment, you are also need to have that expectations of what you do at school. So if we don't allow you to have a phone in your classroom, as you aren't allowed to at your school, because it can be quite a big distraction, and it also is an occupational health and safety issue. There will be times like Danny had just talked about when you might need to make an important phone call, which you'll just liaise with your trainer, and you can step out and just out into the hallway and have that conversation. But otherwise, we don't like to see your phones. They should be kept in either your lockers or in your bags. All students and their parents, guardians are required to read the code of conduct. So there is a code of conduct that we have, which is an expectation from us that everybody reads it and has that clear understanding of what what our requirements are for you studying at GOTAFE. If there was any misconduct, we do address it through obviously talking to you about the misconduct, but we hope not to see any of those issues arise. We ask for you to dress neat, clean, and non-offensive. So just wearing at the start, I feel we do, you can see in the picture right there, that's a student wearing one of our uniforms that we order in for you. Eventually you'll get your top will arrive. But in the meantime, when your uniform is coming in, we do just ask that you wear a plain black top or t-shirt, very similar to what's been shown on the screen. We understand in the cooler weather, you do get a little bit cold, and a t-shirt might not be substantial enough. We just ask that you wear either a long sleeve or a plain black cardigan over the top. We ask also that you wear black closed-in-toe pants, black pants and black closed-in-toe shoes. So what to bring to class? Each week you will need to have the following items to attend to your class. So everybody should always bring a pen, is the biggest one that we need. We fill out treatment plans for each client, and when we have clients coming in, we like to have a pen available for them to use. So make sure that is on the top of your priority, along with your laptop and your laptop charger. You do have access to Wi-Fi when you are studying with us. Each student has access to logins and have their own Wi-Fi. But yeah, if you make sure that you bring your laptop along and your laptop charger. In term 2, you will be supplied a makeup kit. We do have a kit that is supplied to all our first years, and they are required to bring that to class each week. It is an assessment criteria, so if you're performing any makeup treatments for that day, it's a must that you bring it each week, unless specified by your trainer. Our attendance and engagement expectations. So for a face-to-face course, you will need to attend classes between 9 a.m. and 3 p.m. once a week during the school term. So you're with us for a total of 32 weeks, which is it goes quite quickly once you get right into the nitty-gritty of doing some practical units. But yeah, 9 to 3, your day goes quite quick, and we can fit a lot in that time frame. Most VDSS classes are held on a Wednesday, and hair and beauty are both on a Wednesday each week. So you are advised to attend each class. You're expected to arrive on time. So when we say 9 a.m., that is being there just before 9 a.m. for our roll call at 9 on the dot. And you must be engaged throughout the day. You must also notify your school if you cannot attend. So if you are unable to attend, you do need to let your school know, because we do daily attendances in the morning and one straight after lunch. And if you are late, or if you have not returned after those breaks or in the morning, that correspondence does go straight out to your school, and then we get a follow-up through our VDSS team. So it's a recommendation that if you can, if you know in future, if you're not going to be in class due to, you might have a SAC or something, an event held at your school, please notify us in advance. And then if not, if you're unavailable that day, notify your school, or you can also notify your trainers. If you are struggling with any learning, we are here to help. We don't like to see anybody struggle. So please don't be afraid to ask, email, have that conversation with your trainer if you are needing a little catch up, or you might have had a state, like if something had come up and you hadn't attended class for some reason. We are there to assist you. I feel like our course, there's a lot of online through GoLearn that you can do to catch up in your own time with your homework. But if it's due to practical reasons, please just have that conversation, and we're here to find some kind of resolution.
Do you want me to talk through this one, Tegan? Okay. So any additional study requirements? So extra work, just like what Tegan just went through. If you do miss a class, or something needs to be resubmitted, or you're falling behind, as Tegan said, like reach out to your teacher. if you are having issues, there's also myself and Tegan, myself for hair, Tegan for beauty, that you can reach out to get extra support and guidance. We don't want you to wait until you fall behind. But as Tegan said, there's always ways we can try and work around it with your online Go Learn platform, learning resources, that sort of thing. You can do catch up and practice in your own time as well, where possible. If you do need any further support as well, you can discuss that with your school, and they'd be able to make some arrangements for you to be able to manage your workload. I know that some students can be doing VCE, so it can get a lot, like a lot happening. So yeah, please chat with your school, your careers teacher, us teachers, whoever you need to try and get that support and help, because we would love to get you through. And we do only have you that 1 day a week, so it can feel a bit like you're not getting anywhere. So if you are struggling, please let us know, and we are more than happy to help. I think the process for application is probably more on the VDSS team. But before I forget, I just did want to mention that being hair and beauty, one of the questions I sort of get asked the most is, can I bring clients, or, can I do my friend's hair, or can I do my mum's hair, or that sort of thing. And there is definitely a time for that when we get to doing practical assessment or just practicing our practical work and practical skills. It is great if you can bring, friends, siblings, parents, grandparents, whoever it is that you can get in to practice those skills and then get them in for assessment. There is small fees in our salon just to cover the cost of product, but yes, you can definitely bring people in to have their hair done or have some beauty services. It's a way that we actually get you through your assessments. So just the same way as we have members from the public coming in. So yeah, I think, is there anything you reckon we've missed, Teagues, about all of that? I think we're pretty much right. If you have any further questions, you can reach out to the VDSS team or your school, and they'll be able to help you. But I think there's nothing else in the Q&A, is there, Renee? Or there is?
There
How
is
do I
one
see
from
that?
Annette, just asking if a
Do I
student
stop sharing?
started in year 10
Yep.
to do a third year, or like, for example, for set 3 in beauty, I did see that. It is only a 2-year course, so
Yeah.
there's a if they start in year 10, it just means, and they've been accepted and the processes all happen that way, they just will finish their full course or their full studies with us at GOTAFE in year 11, and then it's up to their school what they do for that final year.
Yeah.
Is that correct, Renee?
Correct.
I think there's other pathways though. Like I know with hairdressing, I've had VETA students then move into school-based apprenticeships and things like that while they're, completing their last year at school, which I know is an option for beauty too. So yeah, there's definitely other options that you can discuss with your careers teacher. Yep.
Thank you, Danielle and Tegan. Thank you everyone for attending this afternoon. In the Q&A section, if you haven't already opened it, Rachel has uploaded our VDSS course guide, so you can look through that. And yeah, so then the next stage is to talk to your careers advisor about if you want to go ahead with hair and beauty, and the schools will communicate how to get access to the link and apply for that. So they aren't open as yet. The VDSS team will be out to your schools soon on your subject selection day. So that's another opportunity to ask any questions if you have any. So thank you, Danielle and Tegan. And if there's no other questions that anyone has, I think we'll end it there.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, everyone.